one of the questions that I get asked a lot by federal employees, especially if both husband and wife or both are covered by an FEHB plan, is it beneficial to have two self-only plans, a self plus one plan? Should I keep the family plan? Because there are some which the cost for the family plan would actually be cheaper than the self plus one. So if you're thinking, my kids are grown, they've aged out of my plan, I don't need them anymore, I'm going to reduce coverage or reduce it down to self plus one. There are some where the self plus family is actually cheaper than the self plus one. And in the case where both members of the household or the couple are federal employees, then it might be more or less expensive, more cost effective is what I'm going to say, less expensive to get two self-only plans. There's a lot of examples that I've run for federal employees where you run the cost analysis and it is cheaper for them to get two self-only plans if there's no other kids, no other dependents, nobody else needs to be covered, instead of sticking with a self plus one. So look into those for the new rates that are coming out for the 2025 year and see if it makes more sense for you to stay with the family, go to self plus one, or to stay with two individual plans if both are federal employees. So just check that out, because again, we want to make sure when we talk about maximizing or optimizing your benefits in retirement, one of those things is reducing costs that are going out. And the more you can reduce costs, the more the more that goes to your bank account, or the more that can go to retirement without changing your net take-home pay. So you want to reduce cost as much as possible, make your health benefit plan selection as efficient or as effective as possible, not just from the benefits, but again, the cost. As I mentioned, it starts on November 11th and ends on December 9th. You want to make sure you get your election in. So go, and if you need the link to the website, if you need to know where to go to pick your plan, reach out to us. We can provide that link for you so you know where you're going. If you need the link to the OPM website so that you can go use the comparison tools or things like that, we can send that to you. Just reach out to us via our website, fill out that form, ask us those questions, and we can make sure that we're getting you what you need. But you don't want to just choose it based on brand recognition or because your neighbor did or because your colleague did. You want to make sure you're researching these plans to choose the right one for the next coming year. So compare them. There's a lot of things that could have changed in your health over the past year as well. Maybe you've gotten new prescription medications, or there's new treatments that you're on. You want to make sure that your new plan will cover that. And I say that a lot, just don't assume anything. We all know what happens when we assume, but I want to make sure that you are getting the appropriate coverage. I keep saying make sure because I want to reiterate that. I want you to be 100% positive that you're choosing the appropriate plan.